Hello? I hope someone can find this. If you look everywhere, you should be able to find it. It should be okay. And I should be able to help you understand what happened here today. You're probably going to be very confused, but to understand it, you need to understand what happened to me first. I lived in a small town. I don't even know where it is now. It's been so long since I left. When I was a small child there, I read book after book like it was an insatiable fight against ignorance. I was trying my best to win. Another form of ignorance is arrogance, isn't it? Day after day rolled in, and more superstitions would follow, as if there was a new one for each and every day. I hated them all. It was just another form of stupidity to me. In our town and all the small parts, even the fairy school, I expected logic to rule. They held a particular superstition that had to be followed as if it was an iron law. And all the weeks before it, in the school, everyone rallied the warning cries if everyone was a defender of the light. If it was deplorable to spread ignorance so easily, so readily, didn't make any sense. Not to me. There are old songs made of it, and sung in a joyous flurry, just so we followed these rules. I hated them. So one day I refused to follow these so-called rules. I started with this iron law, and I would see how strong iron truly was, and all I had to do was keep my window open. Should have been so simple. The reason we closed our windows and our curtains on the 30th of October is due to a belief in the idea that demons becoming stronger on All Hallows Eve. So we closed them, as to stop a demon entering our room and taking our souls. I never agreed with it. I didn't have any proof, didn't even have any reason to. In fact, I didn't believe it at all. I believed it was a folk tale to scare children into closing their windows at night. As to the date, I don't really know why it's so specific. But every year on the 30th of October, my mum and dad would answer this call and seal my room with sentinel-like vigilance. Well, I pretended I was asleep this time. I left them to surrender to their dreams, and I quickly and quietly got up and pulled down their seals and idiotic protection. I went to sleep right after with a smile on my face if I had already won. And in the morning I would show the folly of all their unthinking actions. You see, I didn't hate the people, no. It was these stupid folk tales. I believed they were lowering everyone's ability to think in a logical manner. All for some stupid stories of people long since dead. Some time passed and I didn't wake up victorious. It was snatched away as I looked up to my father's tears, broken from my dreams of happiness. I was drenched in his sorrow. As he kneeled over me, my hands stung with a demonic fury. But I didn't understand what had happened. All I had was a mark, and my father could have done it. All it was a 3-line mark almost carved into my hand with a hot metal blade. I allowed myself some relief after a small time. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. A few weeks passed, then that's when it all started to begin. The people, the children at my school, everyone. They didn't look at me. They didn't even look my way. They talked about me as if I had already died. But my mother, she was the worst. She constantly walked around the house with glazed and broken eyes, as if she had something to do, but just never able to do it. My father, he didn't even look my way. He didn't even talk. Not to me, not to anyone. Not anymore. I was worthless to everyone. After about a month, all I could do to keep me sane was read. I read and I read more than I ever had done before. It became my very calling in life. A way to take me away from the reality of the situation. And for a time I was able to feel good again. This didn't last. I was subject to an onslaught of shadow assaults. Screeching, screams, bangs, and visions of horror around me. They were trying to stop me reading. And it was working. And like that, all I had was being slowly ripped from my fingers. The days melded into one until I heard a curdling, wailing, bellowing from the hollowed halls I once walked. I covered my ears, believing this to be another ruse. The wails got louder and they didn't stop this time. I became enraged. I couldn't take this grating sound any longer. I charged for the halls to find my dad. With his back to me, his whole being shaking. Then I had noticed the wailing had stopped. In its place was a faint sob. Just past my dad I could see a small puddle and something curled around it. My dad picked the curled figure up, and as he walked past me, he said, "I'll always remember this. She couldn't bear listening to your screams any longer. We don't hate you. We can't fight a demon. You don't know what it's like. You don't have a son." As my dad walked down through the house, leaving the essence of what was my mother bold red, he left and took her to the family tree. The tree that had been with them all these years, all their life. And I watched from my window as he took the razor, still being lightly grasped by my mother, and he followed her. As the veil of death's red mist soaked the tree they loved, it wept as it witnessed their final plight. And then I was truly alone. No one from town would help me. They wouldn't even acknowledge me now. I tried to fight, I truly did. But now being alone, I had to make my own food. I had to sustain my own self. And the images and the shadows, they destroyed me. The food I would make became horrid and grotesque images in my mind. A simple plate of soup would become a bowl of rotten eyes. And this curse defied logic. I surrendered to it. I was only a boy after all, and all. What do I know? So I waited in dark rooms, shaking in the corners, waiting for the light to save me. As the October months rolled in, I heard the old songs being sung with a flurry of passion this year. And then I heard a voice that felt like thorns being pulled from my ears just to listen to it. It wasn't a nice voice. It wasn't a good voice. But it did offer me mercy. It told me to stand beside my window, with it wide open, on the 30th of October. And now, I have been hiding in the shadows of the world for years. And every so often, my mark burns uncontrollably. It forces me to. It makes me kill a few people once a year. Sometimes I have to give a child over to the same demon that has my soul. So, if you find me, don't talk to me. Don't even take the time to look me in the eyes. You fucking kill me. Please find me. Please kill me. Because right now I'm in the attic of a loving family home where I can finally hear them surrendering to their dreams. They won't hear the creaks and the cracks that I'll make now. But in the end, there's always scream.